Welcome to Innate Express Podcast. I'm Haig, chiropractor in Melbourne, Florida. Our mission is to ground you in service and inspire you to serve at your very best. Let's get started. This morning we're going to start on an abundance visualization and meditation. And I want to clear up one thing before we begin, is that money is not the root of all evil. It's the love of money is the root of evil. If money becomes our idol, then that's where the sickness of money comes from. But I have to have money to pay for things, to keep the lights into my office, to serve people, to bring my children to school and pay for their school and their clothes and their food, and to live in a level of comfort. Money is a very necessary thing to be in balance with. I've learning the lessons of money all the time, learning how to make money and spend money. Because if we just hoard money, then what do we have? We become the hoarder. I'm not just saying throw away your money, but being in balance with money coming and going to us, and we have a flow, cash flow, then we're in this circle of abundance. Hoarding money, and you see people, and I've known people, I've had a friend of my father's, a very, very wealthy man, millions and millions of dollars, lived in a giant house, but he bought the big house so he could rent out all the rooms. He lived in the smallest room, which was about the size of my bathroom, and rented out the rooms to everybody else. He wore clothes not from the thrift store, but he wore clothes that people would give him. He wouldn't spend one single cent. All he cared about was hoarding his money. He was lonely, had very poor relationships. My father was one of the only people that could stand to be around him. But ultimately, that was all that he coveted, was holding on to that money. Every other aspect of his life, if you looked at it, was a mess. But all he cared about was that money. When we look at money as assets and being balanced with the universe, it comes and flows and ebbs and tides. And being in congruence with it is very, very important. So we're going to do a little bit of just visualization. You know the procedure. Let's get our feet flat on the floor, comfortable in position, spine straight, and visualizing. I start right now visualizing light coming from above down, inside out. The light above me, because all abundance comes from the spiritual realm, comes from God, comes from heaven, comes from the creative stuff of the universe, and it all comes to me in abundance, and I'm also giving and receiving in balance. I give service and loving adjustments. I receive care, love back, and we receive money. Money is important to keep us in balance in all things. When we go to a job, we clock in through the day, we expect our time and service to come back to us in the value of a paycheck with money in the bank so we can pay for our lives. When that doesn't come, we're out of balance. So right now, I want to just visualize just seeing money. This beautiful money, if it's dollars you see, or euros, or pounds, or pesos, or reais, whatever it might be. But if you're seeing things in this abundant universe, and you see money, and you see it in front of us, and I just say, thank you, God. Thank you for that abundance coming to me. Thank you for the abundance of time and energy that I can exchange for this wealth. I appreciate every dollar, penny, cent, baht, peso, whatever it might be, coming to me right now. I appreciate it. I am giving it freely to pay for things in my life, for my car, the gasoline, food, to have a little stored away for emergencies, to have money to pay for my mortgage, to pay for shoes. And I say thank you for those shoes. Thank you for all that abundance coming to me. Thank you for giving me the consciousness of abundance to think bigger than I am. I see the house that I want. I see my mortgage paid off. I see car payments paid off. Money coming to me. New people for me to serve. Abundance in my job. All these things coming to me. Getting raises in my job. Getting, promotions. Seeing more people in our offices. Bringing things to us, new clients, new referrals, giving love in exchange for this. And we're actually, love flows freely. The exchange comes up to us in abundance from the universe. If we can see, I see just a tray, a cart full of money coming from Fort Knox, a pile of gold, a pile of money, people coming to me, willing for the exchange of the adjustment for the exchange of wealth. They know that they are getting something more valuable than money. When they come in, they bring us gifts. They give us a little more than what they've exchanged for us. They bring us food. They bring us flowers. We have people bring us baguettes. We have people bring us fish. And it's wonderful. Eggplant parmesan. And deer meat. Thank you for the deer meat. All this beautiful stuff. It's things. And those are okay because we live with things. I have things on my feet called shoes, clothes on my back that has been exchanged for the service that I give. And I exchanged it again for money for these clothes, for the house. We're allowed to be wealthy. We're allowed to be abundant. We're in exchange and in balance. There is no competition in the world. I was taught as a child that if I succeed in business, it means another business has to fail. That is absolutely not true. I was taught it takes money to make money. That is absolutely not true. I opened my office with $10,000, and that was definitely not enough, and I don't recommend people to do it. But abundance came because I worked and I worked and I showed the creative stuff of the universe that I was willing to put in the work. And it came. And I'm still working hard and showing that I have value for this planet Earth and exchanging for cash, for goods, wealth, whatever it might be. So I am allowed to be wealthy. I am allowed to be healthy. I am allowed to be loved. I am allowed to love myself. I still see money coming. I close my eyes and I see it coming towards me. I can also see it exchanged in a lesser degree out because I want to keep some. When I take a vacation, I expect checks to be in the mail when I get home and fewer bills. I don't think about all the bills I have to pay. I think about the money coming to me. The bills are going to come, put them on auto payment. If you can't afford that auto payment right now, don't say I can't afford. The timing's not right for this. If you see a new pair of Nikes you want, but you don't have the money right now, the vocabulary is timing's not right for them this moment. We don't use negative words of the lack of abundance. I don't have the money. I can't afford that. I'm poor. Let's take those things out of our vocabulary. Look, the timing's not right for those. I need to spend things on this first, then I can use the luxury items. But the timing isn't right. I'm not doing that today. I'm going to make a different decision. I am abundant. I am wealthy. I am whole and I am complete. I am worthy in every way to receive. And I give thanks for that. I give thanks for it at every moment. This visualization is the self-love and the self-worthiness to accept abundance. When we have a lot of takers or people want to do for free or do this for me, what we have to do is shift our own consciousness because we're telling the universe that I'm willing to do this all for free and we'll see more of it. But if we tell the universe, I am worthy, I am worth it, and I am abundant, I expect people that I can pay, stay, afford, and refer people that are abundant. When we have people very often that don't have money to pay for care, they end up being good referrers of people that don't have any money. Eventually, you'll have no one paying. And then what happens? You close the doors. No one gets served. We must drink as we pour. So we have abundant people coming into the offices. We have people that have wealth to spend on themselves. The more people that we have spending money and spending money on our services, the more we can do pro bono work. We are able to give to the people that aren't able to give money in exchange. But without the other, we can't do both. And if we only do the one, we won't have enough to serve. So this is the day of abundance. It's Monday. We're going into Thanksgiving, which also is thanks receiving. Thanks receiving, because to be a good giver, we have to be a good receiver. So I am ready for thanks receiving. I am ready for Thanksgiving. I am allowed to be, and I am wealthy right now in this moment. And so is everyone on this call. I am abundant, and I appreciate it. Every dime, every cent, every dollar, every $1,000, every $100,000, I am allowed to feel and be a part of. I have a mentor who was Sisyphus, and I think he heard it from Sid Williams, and may even come from Jim Parker. Get $200 out of your bank right now. If it's the only $200 you got, that's so be it. Put it in your pocket, have that money there, just to feel that you have some grip, you have some money to hold on to. Feel it. You don't have to spend it. Feel it. If you have $10,000, take it out of the bank. Look at it. Hold it. Know what that $10,000 feels like. Put it back in the bank. But know what that wealth is. Feel what a stack of money feels like. You want more of it. I started spending more cash instead of debit cards because I like to feel those dollars being exchanged and also received. In our office, we started seeing more dollars instead of credit cards being used right after I did that. So exchanging for what you want. If you have trouble with credit cards, shred them. Start using your cash. Pay them off the smallest one first and move your way up. Use that payment to pay off the big ones. It's a snowball factor, and you pay them off a lot faster. Get out of debt, create abundance, bring more wealth into your life. This is the end of this meditation. I feel empowered right now. My eyes popped open because I'm ready to serve, and I'm also ready to receive. And I give thanks for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody have anything to add? All right.